What is up, guys? It's your boy BenBomb12 here, back with another video. And if you're asking why I don't sound as energetic as last week, it's because I went 2-11, boys. My record is now at 49-35. It's that bad. I can't even count how many games I got wrong on two hands, bro. That's terrible. Well, hopefully this week will be better. So let's get right into it. And moving on to our first game, or starting off with our first game, Thursday night, 8:20 p.m. Steelers at Cleveland Browns. The 5-4 Steelers on a 4-game win streak, facing off against the 3-6 Browns. Steelers defense is amazing. Baker Mayfield's not. Give me the Steelers in a low-scoring affair. And moving on to our second game, we have this week's Tank Bowl with the 2-7 Jets facing off against the 1-8 Washington Redskins. Give me the Jets in this one just because they won last week. Surprisingly, I guess they have momentum, if that's what you want to call it. Redskins are 1-8. That's all I have to say. So give me the Jets in this one. Should be a lower scoring game, but give me the Jets. Moving on to our third game here, we have the 4-5 Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to Indianapolis to play the 5-4 Colts. Colts, I don't think they have their starter for this week. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going if he plays, I suppose. The thing that makes this game unpredictable is Nick Foles is starting for, I think, either his first or second game as a Jaguar, coming back from injury, which should be interesting. I think he's better than Minshew. You know, I wasn't really for the Minshew hype after he beat the Titans. But, I mean, nice to see Nick Foles back. So, yeah, give me the Jaguars in this one with an upset, I suppose. Yeah, Jaguars should be winning this game. I'll give the Jaguars a win, 28-21. Moving on to our fourth game, we have the 6-3 Bills traveling to Miami to play the 2-7 Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins on a 2-game win streak. Did not think I'd say that 3 weeks ago. Still give me the Bills. If the Dolphins pull off an upset, I will be freaking surprised. Even though the Bills got kind of embarrassed last week, still give me the Bills in this one. And with our fifth game here, we have the 5-4 Cowboys traveling to Detroit to play the 3-5-1 Detroit Lions. I think I've picked the Lions every single week for like the past 4 weeks, even though I'm not a Lions fan and a Packers fan of that. But I think I'm going to have to break that right here. Matthew Stafford's on a week-to-week basis, so it doesn't sound promising he'll be returning this week, which means that the Cowboys should have an easy time on defense. Their offense is super high-powered with Zeke and Dak, so I think the Cowboys should be able to take care of business. Lions might make it close, but I think the Cowboys will win 28-14. Moving on to our next game here, probably my 1 o'clock game I would watch. We have the 6-3 Texans going to Baltimore to play the 7-2 Ravens. Lamar looking lights out, beating the Patriots, shutting down the Bengals. I'll still give it a close game, man. 2 MVP candidates going at it in Deshaun Watson and Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar has the edge, so I'll give it to the Ravens, but expect a high-scoring game. Definitely watch it if you're an offensive person, but give me the Ravens. Moving on to our next 1 o'clock game, we have the 2-7 Falcons traveling to Carolina to play the 5-4 Panthers. Panthers putting up a fight against the Packers. Falcons beating up on the Saints on the road, which is weird. I think that was a fluke, though. Unless they prove me wrong this week. But for now, what I'm going to say is give me the Panthers in a bounce-back game. And here, with my upset of the week, really weird to say, we have the 7-2 Saints traveling to Tampa Bay to play the 3-6 Buccaneers. I have this as my upset for some reason. I don't know. The Bucs keep it close with good teams. They were so close to beating the Seahawks, what, 2 weeks ago now, or 1 week ago? Oh yeah, it was 1 week ago even. Yeah, the Bucs literally almost beat the Seahawks. They took it to overtime, man. So honestly, I think the Saints might not be able to get it together in time. Bucs are one of those surprising teams who lose close to good teams. But this time, I think they'll be able to get over that little hump by losing close and finally be able to pull off a game against the Saints. But it'll be close, though. But still, give me the Bucs in this one. Moving on to our final 1 o'clock game, we have the 3-6 Broncos traveling to Minnesota to play against the 7-3 Vikings. Vikings, one out of 2 teams to not lose at home yet. I think that'll continue. Vikings should be able to get a pretty convincing win. So give me the Vikings in this one. Moving on to our first 4:05 game, we have the 3-6-1 Cardinals playing against the 8-1 49ers in San Francisco. So, give me the 49ers in this one. I know the Cardinals made it close like 2-3 weeks ago, but that was in prime time. Always makes things closer, it seems. And it was also in Arizona. So, for that matter, give me the 49ers in a convincing bounce-back game. And moving on to our first 4:25 game, we have a Super Bowl rematch from a few years back. The 8-1 Patriots going to Philadelphia to play the 5-4 Eagles. I don't think it'll be the same output as the Super Bowl, just based off on the Patriots coming off of their bye week, coming off of a loss before the bye week, getting embarrassed by the Ravens. Yeah, I think Bill probably worked them really hard. I mean, knowing him. So I think that should be a pretty decisive win for the Patriots. They're not going to be joking around this week. So I think the Patriots will have a bounce back game and win by 10 points, I'm saying. And moving on to our next 4:25 game, no one should be watching this. The 0-9 Bengals travel to Oakland to play the 5-4 Raiders. I'm never going to pick the Bengals for the rest of the year, guys. Yeah, just mark my words on that. I'll never pick the Bengals. Freaking ever, dude. So, give me the Raiders. Should be decisive. Bengals have to travel a little bit. Raiders coming off of a huge win. Extra time to prepare. I bet they're not even preparing for the Bengals. Probably for another team. So, give me the Raiders by 21. And moving on to our battle of the disappointing teams. We have the 4-5 Bears traveling to LA to play the 5-4 LA Rams. Give me the Rams in this one. The Rams are home after getting embarrassed by the Steelers by putting up 3 points on offense, man. But they got a lot to prove. I think they should be able to prove it. They still have a shot at the playoffs. I don't think the Bears do in this very tough division they're in, having to still play the Packers in Lambeau Field. The Vikings, yeah, they play the Vikings in Minnesota, which they haven't lost at either, so 2 games are definitely losing. Yeah, I don't see the Bears making the playoffs. Yeah, they're not going to win this game either. Give me the Rams. And with my Monday night game to watch, probably the second best Monday night game there will be, besides the game we just had this week, the 6-4 Chiefs going to LA to play the 4-6 Chargers. This game will be freaking phenomenal. Don't look at the records, man. I mean, actually do look at the records. These teams are playing so much. Chargers, what were they, 12-4 last year? What were the Chiefs, like 13-3 or something like that? And now look at them. One's below 500, and one's 1 game above 500. Or 2 games above 500, but these are very disappointing teams who are trying to prove themselves that they are actually playoff contenders. So expect both teams to fight well. In the end, I think Pat Mahomes is just a better quarterback. That's what it's going to come down to. So give me the Chiefs in this. Thank you, everybody, for watching the video, though. Drop a like. Comment down below your predictions. Tell me how you went last week. I went 2-11. Let me know if y'all did better. But this is BenBomb12, and I'll see y'all in the next predictions video for Week 12. Peace out, everybody.